Hello everybody, my name is Walter and today I want to show you how you can build a very simple block swapper that swaps out a 4x4 ring of blocks that get pushed out of the wall by simply flicking the lever. And as you can see, I flick the lever and now I get a second set of blocks, and I flick the lever again, I am back to the first set. The swapping action happens in a vertical fashion, which means that this design is rather slim compared to the design from a couple of weeks ago, which swapped in a horizontal fashion. With the vertical version, although it's a bit more expensive, you can place several of them pretty much every 4 blocks or so, which means that you can have more of them inside of the single wall, if you are going for it. But as I said, the downside is that this is a bit more expensive than the version from previously. Anyway, let's talk about the size in total. So this design goes 4 blocks behind the wall. So with the wall and the space it extends into, it's 6 blocks deep. It's a total of 7 blocks wide, and it's a total of 21 blocks high. So for the amount of blocks it's swapping out, this is actually pretty compact. With that, let's talk about the required resources. So to build this, you're gonna need building blocks, then 3 slabs, 42 redstone dust, 11 redstone torches, 31 repeaters, 37 observers, 34 normal pistons, and 26 sticky pistons. And then finally a single lever as an input. And maybe some additional redstone wire to actually place the lever where you can reach it. And with that, it's finally time to show you how to build this swapper here. Start with the part of the wall where the blocks get pushed through, which is this 6x6 ring here. Go behind that ring, and here we need to go 3 blocks back, and that's where we need our ring of double piston extenders. So just like this here, so you can see there is a little gap in between the future wall and the piston extenders. And there we go. Now while we're here, let's put in the middle here 2 normal pistons facing upwards, and then we will need observers filling in this central gap there. Then at the second from the bottom, add an observer here with a full block to the face, the same on the right side there. And on top of the corners here, just like this. Now we will need 4 blocks here and here. Then a lowered block on each side. And an upside down slab diagonally like this here. Now on the right of the build, we need a repeater on 4 ticks running into this block. And on the other side, just some redstone dust there and some redstone dust on top of this observer there. Then furthermore, don't forget the redstone wire on top of the normal blocks we just placed. Now over here, let's actually place full blocks in front of those observers there. And then another full block diagonally to this block in front of the observer. This will be our input, so for now I'll just place the lever there. And then we need a torch on top and to the side. Place an observer looking at the torch on the top. Then we need 2 blocks here, some wire there, and a repeater on 4 ticks right there. And now if we flick the lever, we should see this double action going on here. So that's what we want to see. Now we need to go a bit further down. So first diagonally, one below in the torch, we need a block so we can place some redstone wire which connects to the torch there. Then torch to the front. Then we go again down, add another one there. And this we repeat another few more times until we have a total of 5 torches going back and forth downwards here. And then the last one is just some wire there with a sticky piston here, block on top. And then we need 5 blocks in a row, 2 repeaters on 4 ticks each, 3 wire, then 3 blocks here where the wire is next to it, then repeaters on 1 tick running out of that, and an observer making this the 4th one there. Then place normal pistons facing upwards like so. Follow with an observer on top of this first wire here. Now we will need a 2x4 platform here, so just place down those missing 7 blocks and then a raised block on top of the observer. Now we need 2 tick repeaters on top of the 4 blocks at the front and 3 wire on the lower blocks there. Now in front of the repeaters, just place another 4 normal pistons. Now we go 1 layer up, very similar. We have an observer, this time on this wire there. Then we need our platform, the raised block on top of the observer, the wire at the back, and this time 3 tick repeaters at the front there. Again running into normal pistons. Now 1 last layer, pretty much the same as the second layer down there. So again our platform with the single observer there, then the raised block, the 3 wire, and then this time, you guessed it, repeaters on 4 ticks. And now last step is filling in those normal pistons here, which should end up right below the frame we placed in the very beginning. Now we still need a connection to up here. For that we go diagonally from this wire there, then diagonally up, and then 2 blocks over until we are next to this block there. Put down 2 wire here, then a 2 tick repeater and a 4 tick repeater. And that's the bottom pretty much done. So now it's time for the top part. Now for that, let's go back to our torch tower here. First add 1 block on top, then torch to the back, block on top, torch on top, block on top, torch towards the back, block on top, torch to the front, block, then torch to the back, block on top, and this time a redstone wire on top. Now a block here, repeat on 3 ticks, running into a block on top of a sticky piston. Then on the side of that sticky piston, need an upside down step with some wire. Block next to that one with a repeater on 4 ticks this time, running into a full block. Now we need a row of 4 observers powering downwards in line with this block there. Put 5 wire down, then blocks to the front of the observers. Take outputs with repeaters on 1 tick each. Now we need to add 3 observers below the ones from before. So we have this 4x4 observers all powering downwards. Then at the second row and at the last row, we need observers like this here. Then we need to go 2 layers down and place a row of 4 blocks with repeaters on 2 ticks each running towards the front. Then behind those repeaters and below the observers, we need again full blocks. And then place a block on top of this wire here, on top of the repeater there, and behind this repeater. And the repeater should, by the way, be on 4 ticks. Then put down 3 wire like this here. And we are almost done with that. So for now, let's just add 4x4 of normal pistons starting right in front of those repeaters here at the top, all going downwards. This here. Then we need to place in a 4x4 of blocks that get pushed around. Important here is that the 2x2 of blocks in the middle are full blocks, like those here. And now all that's left is filling in the expelled 4x4 ring here. And also put in the blocks in the middle of the wall there. And we're almost at the point where we can test this. First, let's make a little correction. I missed the wire down here for some reason. And at the very top, we actually need to cut off this wire here with a full block in this position there. And with that done, we can give this a test run now. So simply flick the lever, and you should see the swapping action downwards and the swapping action upwards if you flick the lever again. And with that, all that's left is finishing up the build by filling in the rest of the wall, replacing those swapping blocks with something a bit more interesting, and relocating the lever, which can be easily done by powering this block here from the side. And with that, we have reached the end of this tutorial for my simple 4x4 donut pop-up wall block swapper with a vertical swapping action. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and well, see ya!